Hello everyone and welcome back to the Spearhead cast. With me Matt. It'll be 3v3 for all the on La Fieri on the Western Front. Let's go through the players. Represent the United States of America, we have Mac923 without a commander choice yet. We have Maverick straight out of the gate with Ranger Company. And finally, Alucard as Royal Armored Regiment with Hammer specialization straight out the gates. Interesting. Meanwhile, representing the Axis, we have Kiem as Panther Tactics for the Waffen-SS, Pencil as Jäger Tactics for the Waffen-SS, and Peace Brother as Panther Tactics for the Waffen-SS. So, a lot of Waffen-SS elements here for the Western Allies to fight. This should be very fascinating to see how this will turn out. Now, I tried to do a recording of a 4v4 that was sent in before, but they kept crashing on the load up, so I'm glad this one came in just now, so I could do this one instead. I apologize for the match you'll probably be missing because of that, but what can you do? We have a bunch of British forces and Americans heading through the center. Do we have a command choice here? Not one yet from Mac. Allies are securing some ground quick. Even moving into the town with some riflemen. Waffen-SS will soon be engaging them, I'd reckon. We actually are moving on the southern flank here. Storm Pioneers will get to that point easily. Storm Pioneers should be able to fight off re-echelon with ease. Only one window can fight each other here. Not the biggest of firefights yet. The British can put some supporting fire in from their sappers. Also have a Kubelwagen coming up the road. With some Sturm Grenadiers coming up behind. Basic infantry of the Waffen-SS. Brits are docking here with some rifle sections. Or a rifle section. Second rifle section coming up here. Ooh, good, there's some good shots in right there. Ooh. And now they're in a crossfire. Not a position the Waffen-SS want to be in early. I think Peace Brother might lose that squad, yep. And now the Sturm Pioneers are going to be in trouble. But they're still running out across the open. That's not a good position for the Waffen-SS to be in, but the Sappers might die. Oh, Sturm Pioneers goes down. You know, the southern flank, the Americans are overrunning the Sturm Pioneers who have got behind cover. Pineapple going their way. Running back behind the next bit of cover here. We have a second Sturm Pioneer coming up behind though. The Waffen-SS have suffered heavy losses early here. Which can happen. The Waffen-SS is not good if they lose units early on. Tend to suffer a lot from that. Because the units are generally very expensive. Especially early game unless you go for a specific commander that has cheaper infantry options. Germans have opened up the cover here, good to see, so they can retreat easier. Kubelwagen pinning down the Americans there. Anti-tank rifle grenade missed. Another rifle grenade going out. But the Kubelwagen manages to die right backwards. Waffen-SS troops still trying to hold up here. Keep coming up here to try and get some shots in that Kubelwagen. Waffen-SS using their cover to the advantage, using their directional. Very good to see. Remember, cover is directional after all. We do have Hitlerjugend coming onto the field, a cheap alternative unit for SS Panzer. Probably a good thing we're seeing them early because the Waffen-SS needs to get some men out to just fill the ranks at the moment.
Standing by for setting of command post.
He's doing a pretty decent job on the southern flank though with the Kubelwagen for support.
Combat unit ready.
Looks like a rifle grenade is coming out though. Hit the sandbags on the wrong side, didn't do too much. But the Jeep might be flanking here.
You ready to roll out?
Ooh, Kubelwagen might be able to flank it in return though. Depending on where this Jeep goes. Oh yeah, it's being flanked. They might be caught in the crossfire here with a Oh, it's going for the one with the MT-42. That might be in this Kubelwagen. Just the other Kubelwagen is busy. Kubelwagen and the MT-42 has been cleared. The Sturm Pioneers might want to consider getting out. The British are coming up too. Very aggressive play from the Western Allies early game here.
Ready to set up artillery and air support command from a new forward base.
MD-34 sent out to some of the Hitlerjugend. Laying down to suppressor fire. We also have a British machine gun set inside the building here. suppressing the Hitler Youth very quickly.
We can now establish
No Hitler Youth arriving here for the other SS Panzer, just some Sturmgrenadiers with some MP40s for close quarters. Also an MG34 and an Aufklärer. Let's not forget the Panzerjäger squad, obviously. But the Waffen-SS has been pushed back pretty rapidly here. The Allies have been super aggressive today. Good to see. Like the Western Allies utilizing their potential by just being very aggressive. Of course, the British cannot be as aggressive early game, but having American allies really helps that. It's a good supplement. Doom Pioneers have a hard time moving because of the British machine gun. Already being pinned. Americans have also have a machine gun. So they're repairing the Kugelwagen for their own use. Would be a mobile machine gun after all. Now the sides are calming down a little bit as they try to get more units on the field. One more Hitler Youth arriving. Take up for some of the Waffen-SS. Order arriving for the Jägers. Smoke grenade to try and take the munitions point. The Germans don't need that. Kugelwagen with MG44 is being cleared. Munitions point are in German hands. Now the Americans have stolen that MG42 on the Kugelwagen this. Banging around to get some good shots in. You also have some Boys 80 rifles being doubled up here in the Sabres. I think the Sturmgrenadiers will do decently at this long-range fight for now. Oh, Americans are pushing up the main roads. BRs and Jeep. There's nothing here to stop them. There's an MG, but it cannot fire yet, I think. Oh, there's a side blocker here, I think. But this angle it can fire. Order from the Jägers is now opening fire as well. Kugelwagen lost its gunner there. Fort HQ being set up here by one of the SS Panzers. Oh, but that's going to prone the Americans to push up because they know they can take it out. The Germans don't have the defenses here to hold them. Yeah, this is a very vulnerable spot because it doesn't count as cover yet until it's being completed. Pineapples being exchanged and some rain assaults. Oh, Storm Pioneers down. It looks like they do manage to push off the Americans at a heavy cost. And the British are moving up slowly. Old HQ has been established though, but the Allies know where it is. SS Mortar's gonna have to work overtime here. Second SS Mortar coming onto the fields. Well, machine gun here from one of the SS players as they try to dig in around the hedgerows.
Upgrade has finished.
Americans are gearing up in the center of this town. But then their 57mm AT gun coming over as well.
What the hell am I meant to do with these?
Oh, looks like we also have a ranger choice here for Mac, so... Double Ranger, okay. Double Ranger with Royal Armor, it's interesting. Definitely could work pretty well. Ranger's pretty good all-around commander. Mortars are doing their best here. Looks like both the HQ trucks have kind of been parked in the middle of the road. That could create some traffic jams, potentially. Americans are moving to take the munitions point now. This Jeep has done a lot of work for the United States by just being a nuisance driving around. But the machine gun got some good shots here. And it got cleared out. And the German mortars keep shelling. And they're pushing the United States down here. The Waffen-SS has not been prepared for it. Need some backup positions for cover, like a second line that they can fall back to in case of smoke barrages. British forces now pushing up as well. They're trying to cut to essentially see if they can isolate that German force. Oh, good shot with the Panzerbüchse though. Just a grenade did not do a lot of damage there. Gullwagen destroyed finally. And the Mthis is holding on. But the Germans need to recapture that munitions point if we can. The Allies are going to get a lot of extra weapons with those munitions up. We've also got the King's Own Yorkshire infantry rifles now. Oh, we have a Stuart tank coming out here on the field for the Americans. That could be a problem for the Mthis on this flank, but they are getting a pack. Smoke, the Germans are trying to re-secure that point. They might succeed here on that. You got some SS Fallschirmjäger coming into the fields, a unique squad to be able to. SS Jäger. Very effective squad, by the way. But the Mthis certainly seem to be in the back foot. Doing their best to try and hold the line.
An anti-tank gun has taken the field.
Oh yeah, that building is now on fire. The mortars will start to deny the town bit by bit if they can just keep shelling them. We do have a Panzerstreck here, where Americans are trying to get around here with a lot of riflemen. British forces also pushing up rapidly. But there's not a lot of cover out here, but there's not a lot to stop them. We're getting closer to some satchel charges. That might be a problem. Looks like survives it though for now. Looks like the Germans will be able to hold the position for now. But the pack is about to arrive here. That could be a problem for the Allies. Besides the 2 packs in the area. Ooh, and that Stuart might be in trouble. Pop some smoke. So the Stuart might actually be able to get out of there.
They got wiped out.
We have a command half-track arriving here in the center. There's an allied AT gun nearby. And the British infantry as well. Not sure what this half-track is trying to do. Just because of that. The Mthis is still trying to hold on here. Trying to get the point back. They will be under a lot of fire as the smoke clears, so they have to pull back. Hitler youth have been called onto the field en masse just to try and hold this point. And the northern flank of the Mthis has no infantry. Americans are going to try and secure the munitions point again. Now the Germans win more of their fuel. Well, not fuel, munitions. SS 600 for Aufklar, a unique ace Aufklar squad available to SS Jäger. A very good 3-man squads, but they are 3-man squads. So don't expect them to do a lot of good fighting at the front line. But if it's in a good ambush, they will do a lot of work. And they are Aufklar, so they're very good at being sneaky if they want to be. Looks like the Mthis might prepare for a push of some kind, potentially. Machine gun can cover the munitions point here, though. Fallschirmjäger's got pinned.
Enemy vehicles using their radio transmissions.
Artillery being called in the way. And more smoke rays popped. So the Germans will be able to decapture the point at the moment. They have the time to capture it fully is the question. Ooh, the Untersturmführer is not doing well here. Germans to manage to capture the munitions point again. But Germans are definitely on the back foot here. E2's Germans now coming onto the field for one of the American players. Other American player already has an A2's German and about to reach the front line. Germans are definitely behind for a while. Germans are dug in somewhat here. Putting an Untersturmführer has arrived here without his half-track. Americans starting to lay some mines behind the line in case they get pushed back. Good to see. Always a smart thing to do. Ooh, AIDS who can hit this one. Ooh, that's not good for the Germans. That's gonna be a very expensive loss there early. Not sure what the Germans were doing with that. It's not looking good here for the Waffen-SS. That's fine, so my machine gun out in the open with no cover. Ooh, that doesn't work either. Now the Germans just gonna punch through these defenses. We do have a Pack 40 coming up to try and help. Pack now penetrated the first shot, that's not good. Until we're going in the fields. Germans' armor is working out to disadvantage here. We have a command tank arriving. But it's only an F1, so you cannot really match a Sherman, I feel. Plus, I have been proven wrong before if people are good at using F1s. Oh, we have a demo team nearby. Fortunately, they're close enough to be spotted by something. Might be the Lieutenant here, actually. Untersturmführer. Like they're planning a demo charge of some kind. Americans pushing up here now. That's not a lot to stop them. F1 coming around the corner. A good shot there, dazing the crew, but that's not going to be enough, I feel. No penetration of the second one. And the SS is slowly being pushed further and further back. Rangers are throwing a satchel charge over the wall. Now the bridge is also pushing up. More satchel charges in tow. Ooh, but there's a minefield here. Just going to just try and repair this thing. But the Shermans are now... Oh, Stuart got hit there actually by a pack. The Shermans are going to have a hard time pushing up on this, I feel. Ooh, smoke canisters being launched. Very good to see. And with that, the American infantry is going to push up right behind it. We got very close here. Launching grenades in there. And even throwing some pineapples in. But the smoke is gonna clear shortly. And now the Shermans push up. The front line having been sufficiently weakened. Meanwhile, the Shermans also fighting up here. And I think the German defense is about to collapse down here. Very aggressive allied pushing, I like to see it. And at this point, the Waffen-SS surrenders. A nice, short and brutal match. I like it. Hopefully you will too. I'll see you all next time, everyone. Bye bye.